Hello everyone, Yensid Organist here, and welcome back to Wednesday night live streams. It has been quite a while since we've done this. It was actually February, the last time we did one of these, but I'm excited to get back into this. Hopefully this is going to be a regular thing. So yeah, you will have to excuse me, I may be a little rusty getting things going again, but I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, we've got quite the project to work on here. Also, give me 1 second. I'm working with a new setup, and so I'm trying to get everything arranged where I can easily see it. So, there we go. Okay. All right, that's that, and back here. Good evening, Murodim. Okay, so we are working on taking care of glass tonight. So, unfortunately, to start things off, we're going to be gathering a lot of sand. Because this is all the glass that I have left. And yeah, this is all I've done. All the rest of the circle is one layer thick. So, we're going to grab 12 shulker boxes. I think these are all my empty ones. And we're going to go and collect some sand. How do I get out of here? I think we'll go through the ceiling, and actually let me make sure that I have my shovels with me. There we go. All right. Also, I've inadvertently allowed mobs to get back in here. It's always a challenge to see if I can hit this hole. I made it. And then I need to go this way. Inventory, just keep mining, just keep mining. Yep. Very, very true. So, yeah, these I think the Wednesday night streams were grindy projects, and that's probably what they're going to be for the foreseeable future. Murodim, how have you been? I'm low on rockets. I almost completely ran out and almost got stuck in the North Mountain area when I was recording this week. And where am I going? Let's go to the far desert. I still have some sand left out there. You know, after gathering 40 shulker boxes worth of it. That's all been used. One of the projects that I want to work on once we get through episodes 50 and 51 is I'm going to go back and I'm going to work on places like that that do not look so pretty. And are not easy to get out of. Been crazy busy ripping out drywall. Sounds like you have quite the project going there. I need to go, I think over here I still have a decent amount of sand. Somewhere over here. Trying to find an area that hasn't been overly stripped of resources so that I don't have to keep moving to different places. Yeah, this'll do. Alright. Also, I've gotten entirely used to having jump boost. No, that goes there. Okay, and of course it's nighttime. I haven't slept in I don't know how many nights. So, let's see. Probably gonna need 4 shovels. I believe I have a bed in here. Not that I'm dealing with mobs, but phantoms are a thing. You don't belong there. You belong over there, and oh, you don't fit. That's why. That's not a silk touch pickaxe. We'll just leave it. I'll have to put things away later. Okay. 1960s bathroom in a 1904 house being made to look like a 1904-ish bathroom. Yeah, that sounds like a bit of work. Look out, bunny. I'm coming through. So I think I'm below water level, so I have to be careful on the edge here. One of these weeks, I'm finally going to get Optifine back installed, and I think that will make streams a little bit smoother. I am noticing the lag. I'm also hoping to get my computer an upgrade in the next few weeks. I had the hard drive on my laptop crash last fall, and I took it to Best Buy, and I had to get their, like, plan or whatever, you know, to be able to cover the repair. And it's good for a year, and it covers, you know, any things like that as far as, like, installation. So I think I'm going to upgrade the RAM and memory on this computer, provided the parts for it aren't overly expensive. But yeah, get it installed for free, so that'll be nice. And I think that will help with this as well. So yeah, and it turned out that I thought I had backups of all of my organ scores. I did not. And so while I had physical copies of all of them, all of my digital files were only on that computer. Fortunately, they were able to recover everything. But yeah, that would have been a nightmare to have to recreate all of that stuff. So now I have it saved on 3 different places. I have it on the laptop, and I also have it on 2 external hard drives that I do not keep in the same place. So shouldn't have to worry about losing all of that. Hopefully not. Nope, no water in here. I never know how picky to be when I'm, like, mining out tons and tons of resources. Like, is it worth taking the time to go back and get those 3 or 4 pieces that fly off to the side? Or do you just chalk it up to, I'm gathering so many blocks that if I lose a few, it's not a big deal? I should probably eat. And scratch my nose. I finally got my second monitor set up, so now I can actually play full screen and be able to monitor everything else that's going on, which is kind of nice. And I've hit my limit. I should do, I should clean out my inventory so that I can get a full number of stacks. Do I have anything empty in here? I do not. And there's definitely not enough room in there. I'll tell you what, let's use the ender pearl box. And then we'll keep that. We'll keep that. And then I can check all of this over here. I don't know if 2 monitors makes me a pro or not. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think getting paid makes me a pro, and that's not happening yet. Which is okay, because I don't do this to make money. I do this to have fun and entertain people. Or entertain you. Although, I did get a few other people commenting on the last OrgelCraft episode, so that was kind of nice. I don't know if you saw the comment I left. I just replied to it. So I have links blocked on in my comments, which automatically kicks it into a held for review thing. Well, I found out today that apparently that includes hashtags. So, because I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, I didn't see a comment from Arodim. That's kind of surprising. But I was like, she's busy. She might not have had a chance to watch yet. It sounds like you certainly have everything. And so, yeah, so I happened to go in and check that, and I saw your comment there, and I was like, why is this in held for review? It said blocked words. I'm like, there's nothing in there that should be blocked. She didn't say anything bad. I don't know what's going on here. Well, that's when I looked it up, and found out that, yeah, apparently hashtags are links. Who knew, right? Dakota, lean a little out and say there ain't. I hate people. I feel the same way. I used to joke, I can't stand people. Cats I can stand. And then I would go around telling the people that I liked that they were cats. I wonder how long it's actually going to take to gather 12 shulkers worth of sand. I also wonder if that will be enough. I fell in a hole. I also don't think I can get out. Let's see. I think I can swim out over here. Oh, I'm wearing the wrong boots. I'm still wearing my nether boots, which do not have depth strider on them. Well, I'm glad you don't get offended. friend of mine sent me a picture of a sign that they saw. And it said, "If you're offended by something, please let us know. We all need a good laugh around here." I always get a kick out of, I'm offended by that. Good for you. No one cares. or what would you like me to do about that? As I always say, show me in the Constitution where you have a right to not be offended. It's not there. Oh, let's see. I wonder, Maradim, you would appreciate this joke. I just wonder if I can do it justice without having it in front of me. I'll give it a go, because it is worthwhile. Warning, awful pun approaching. Okay, so once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a lake that was in the shape of a right triangle. And along each side of the lake were 3 kingdoms. The first kingdom was very, very wealthy, very, very well off. All of its citizens were, very rich, very well-to-do, and the kingdom wanted for nothing. Along the second side, there was another kingdom which was also fairly well off. They did good trade business, and they had nobility, but not all of their citizens were nobles, but they all lived fairly comfortably and fairly well off. And then along the third side was yet another kingdom that definitely did not do nearly as well as the other 2. Most of the citizens were poor, but they still had the lake and were able to get the resources from that. So they were able to survive. Well, as time goes on, the 3 kingdoms decided that it would be very, very important for each of them to be able to fully control this lake in the middle of their 3 kingdoms. And so they all set off to go to war to determine who would get this. So the first kingdom, the very wealthy kingdom, sent 100 knights, and each knight had a squire. The second kingdom, the not-so-well-off kingdom, that's a whole... The second kingdom sent 50 knights and their squires as well. The third kingdom, the poorest kingdom, was only able to send 1 knight who was getting quite on in age, but had become a little bit feeble, and his lone squire with him. So, the night before the battle, all of the armies are, celebrating and preparing for the next day. And so, the first kingdom throws a lavish party, and there's plenty of good food, and the spirits are flowing. And they have a great old time partying late into the night and making merry. The second kingdom also has quite the party, not quite as extravagant as the first, but they still have lots of food, lots to drink, and party quite as well. The third kingdom, with just the 1 knight and the 1 squire, sets up a a very small feast. The squire takes a simple pot, and he takes a rope and makes a noose out of it and flings it over the tree and gets the pot hung up from this noose and sets a very small fire just to cook a very simple, humble meal for the knight and himself. So the next morning arrives, and the all of the knights from the First Kingdom are too hungover from their revelry the night before, and they are unable to fight. So instead, all of the squires go into battle for them. The Second Kingdom, much like the first, all of their knights are too hungover from the partying, and so they are not able to go to war. And so once again, the squires go to battle. For the Third Kingdom, the knight he has no strength left in him. He's not even able to stand up, and so his lone squire goes to battle. And so all three of the kingdoms, the squires fight, and the battle rages for many, many hours and long into the night. But at long last, a winner is decided, and it turns out to be the Third Kingdom with the single squire has won the day and has defeated the other two armies. And how is this possible? Well, it's because the squire of the high pot and noose is equal to the sum of the squires of the two other sides. And I apologize. I've fallen in hole again. I had to tell a kid this week that it's perfectly fine to be offended. Indeed. I thought you would appreciate that. I was cleaning out my camera roll a couple of weeks ago, and I came across that I had saved. It's still saved. I didn't get rid of that. That was too good. It's just this picture of a long block of text. I'm like, what is this? Why on earth have I saved this? Oh, that's why. Oh, how long has it been since I have sung Modern Major General? I am the very model of a modern Major General. I've information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and can quote the fights historical, from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I am very well acquainted with matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem I am tearing with a lot of news, with many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Oh, this is why you fill your inventory, so that you don't pick up sticks. Don't want sticks. No sticks. I will have to come up with some more corny jokes. Speaking of which, my daughter and I went pumpkin picking yesterday, and we went through a corn maze. If you want something corny to do. Run, bunny. I told her I could make a joke about walking through a corn maze, but it'd be too corny. What was the one? Hit your modern Major General. And the elements, oh my! There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and that's all I know. Good old Tom Lehrer. Who was I talking to recently? I was talking to somebody recently about poisoning pigeons in the park. All the world seems in tune on a spring afternoon when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. Every Sunday you'll see my sweetheart and me as we poison the pigeons in the park. When they see us coming, the birdies all try and hide, but they still go for peanuts when coated with cyanide. Nobody appreciates the classics anymore. Doesn't know poisoning pigeons in the park. Are they worth knowing? They're worth knowing as long as they're willing to listen to it and be impressed with the wonder that is Tom Lehrer. These youngins don't know what's good anymore. Oh, there we go. We're talking about math jokes. I think one of my favorite Tom Lehrer songs is Lobachevsky. I first meet the great Lobachevsky. He told me the secret to success in mathematics: plagiarize. I never forget the day my first book is published. Every chapter I stole from somewhere else. Index I copied from old Vladivostok telephone book. I'd agree with that. The Vatican rag. The Vatican rag is one that I don't know off the top of my head because it was not on the album that I had. I've heard it a number of times. Alright, this is not gonna work. Let's see. Yeah, when I have to start working with layers, does not go as smoothly. Let's see what we get. I think I might be done with this area. I think I might be done with this desert. It's all about how efficient you can be. If you're constantly having to change direction, that's not overly efficient. I've also given up on my pattern. Let's get back to the pattern, which is 2-block wide strip, sprinting. Oh, the lag. How's my stream doing? Seems like it's doing okay. Melody for Poisoning Pigeons in the Park, very similar to Lydia the Tattooed Lady, if you think about it. I don't know Lydia the Tattooed Lady. I know what I'm going to be listening to tomorrow when I'm mowing lawns, though. So, Maradim, did your family get a new server up and running? Groucho Marx saying the Tattooed Lady. Oh, okay. I'll have to look that up. I was going to say, warning, I'm about to get the clink of the thing down, and it tends to be loud. Paid for a new server on CubeToast. Okay, cool. What projects have you been working on? Oop, inventory's full. Let's see. Is that only 4 boxes? Yeah, that's only 4 boxes. Wow. All right. No, keep that. And I'm gonna grab a few more rockets. That is not a... Where's my pickaxe? Oh... Where's my netherite pickaxe? Is this it? Oh, that's it. Okay. You were given a recycled IP, and 2 kids from the previous group signed in and have been playing. Farm building mostly. Okay, nice. Right. This in there. There we go. The first time ever fought an Ender Dragon and raided End Cities. Wow, look at you. Our Maradim is all grown up. Of course, have you been to the Nether? All right, I think we're going to call it good there. I've broken too many netherite tools. Didn't you build an Enderman farm on your last server? Or am I thinking of something else? Yes. Helped fight your first wither in the nether. Nice. Oh, you fought the wither too? Like, legitimately fought the wither? Or, well, I would consider, let's put it this way. I would consider the cave method, or like the, digging the 1x2 tunnel. I would consider that a legitimate method of fighting the wither. Built it on Crazy Chicken server. Okay. Legit in the open. Died. That's alright. There is no shame in that. I'm still not brave enough to fight the wither in the open. Although I should do that sometime. I was going through my list of everything that I need to do for episode 50, and I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, I need to kill the Ender Dragon one final time to get the Olympic. I also need to figure out how to make the custom loot table so that I can get it to drop it. I have found the custom... I found the template for it, but I can't get it to drop an enchanted item. So I have to figure that out. I have lots to figure out. I'm hoping it'll only be 2 weeks, but it might be 3. I also have no idea what I'm doing for New in Town this week. I'm thinking I might do a couple of custom builds in the town. Before you spawned the wither, you did use creative to go up and plug a few local lava falls. Probably a good idea. But vanilla survival, very nice. I'm looking at my clock and I can't believe it's 10:15 already. That is such a charming man. Yeah, it really is. It's been a lot of fun. It's not, not past tense, present tense. It still is. Yeah. I'm toying with, well, let me say this. I'm going to do, there's a couple of people have done some aesthetic add-ons. And one is actually, there's one that's actually a functional add-on, and I'm definitely going to be doing those as part of the series. I just don't know if I want to start that now, or if I want to wait until, like, the main... I don't even want to call it a storyline anymore, because the tyrant's been defeated. So I don't know, like, if I want to finish building all of the primary stuff, or, yeah. So, who knows? It may come down to how much I have time for this week. Ooh, I can probably pick that up from, there we go. So Noontown would have been an interesting series to watch with Stitch. Yeah, I actually have thought the same thing. Um, so we were talking just yesterday about possibilities for other series that we could do together. Um, I don't think I'm gonna do anything else with her until New in Town is finished. Um, but yeah, I was watching. This video came out a couple of weeks ago. I am not happy with what is left in this desert. Let's take a fly and see. I think I cleared most of the flat areas that are easy to run out. Oh, nope. You know what? There's good space over here. I should probably bring my setup over here, but I'm here now. So we'll go here. Yeah, so I was watching an Infant Skiz video where they were beating Minecraft, but every time one of them took damage, they swapped places. Um, and that I thought that seemed like a cool idea. So we might do that. Um, I'm also looking for possibly like an adventure style map. I was watching. Well, we were both watching. Um, she's got enough imp in her. That way you two just play off each other. Yeah. Um, we were watching this summer. Vintage Beef? Was it Vintage Beef or was it XB? Oh, no, I think it was Vintage Beef and Slipgator were playing an adventure map. And we were really enjoying watching that. We actually considered playing it. I don't think we would necessarily play that specific map after having watched through all of it. Plus, it seemed maybe a little too difficult for us. But we might try to do something like that. We just kind of got out of the habit with the redstone, and it's so hard to get back into a series like that when you leave it for so long. So, but yes, Stitch will be back. It's also hard with school having the time to record videos like that. If it's not something we can do, in fairly short order, a half an hour or an hour, it's tough to do that. Beef does adventure maps. Okay, that's who it was. Are you enjoying Wells being back on the server? I was a little concerned he had burned himself out again. Junior high is when extracurricular. Yeah, that is true. Although we are homeschooling, so she's not doing quite as much as she normally would be. But she's been doing bake sales. So she quite enjoys baking. And so she did that last weekend. She did cinnamon rolls, and I guess she's doing it again this weekend. I'm above the water level. I can clear all this out. Is that yay for the homeschooling? Yeah, we switched to that last year with just the uncertainty of everything. And it's a really good fit. So I don't think I want her to go through high school that way, but I think through middle school, it seems like a pretty good fit. And she's getting plenty of social interaction with people from church and friends from the last school she was at. So Let's see. Oh, look, cactus. Do not need. Yeah, it's definitely, it's a lot of work, but it's good work. And you know what? To not have to give up the limited time that I have with her to her being in school and have her actually being here, yeah, I really like it. Plus, it's a whole heck of a lot cheaper than the private school she was in. So it's a win all around. I suspect we're almost there. Let's see here. What do I need? We'll go pick up the little pieces that fell. It's probably not going to be enough. Speaking of Stitch, I'm hoping to record this weekend Hawaiian roller coaster ride from Lilo and Stitch. I've been working on it for months, and I think I've got it ready. So, yeah. So hopefully that will be. Hopefully I'll be able to get that done. I have a lot of things to do this week. Oh, let's see. It's 10:26. I'm halfway to my goal. I think I'm just going to keep going. Let's see how long it takes to do another 2 boxes. Let's see. And then we'll go from there. We'll see what time it is. I have to get up and go to school tomorrow. Which, it's a half day, so it'll be shorter. But unfortunately, I have that, the half is still first thing in the morning. So, I have to get up at 6 o'clock. Daughter started homeschooling. Started keeping your son's boy along with her own too. Nice. Do I hear lava? Yes, I do hear lava. Where is that coming from? Oh, hi. Apparently there's an abandoned mine shaft down here. Who knew? The lava's much closer, so let's hope that I don't fall into it. Ender pearls? Nope. Taking my life in my hands here. Daughter announced that she's researching the keeping of chickens. Ah, okay. Stitch's mother's side of the family used to have chickens. They do not anymore. They've moved a couple of times since they've had chickens. I don't think chickens would be a good fit for me with my dog. Speaking of which... Hi, Lucy. Did you hear me talking about you? Come to keep me company, huh? Are we below the... Yes, okay. We'll stop there. And of course I can keep going because Emma hasn't come to tell me off. I'm guessing the lava was probably over here. I also don't hear it anymore. Nope, I heard it. It's still around somewhere. Emma Alarm Kitty, yes. She keeps me in line. Of course, she was on my list last week. So the latch on my bedroom door, my animals are not allowed in my bedroom. I know some people think that's horrible that I don't allow them in, but I've had too many cats throw up on my bed while I've been sleeping in it. No one is allowed in my room at night. Yeah. So, actually, no one is allowed in my room, period. But yeah, so the latch on my door has not always been sticking, and she loves to try to get in there so she can go sleep under my bed. Well, so I was out of town, and I thought that I had the door. I thought I had checked the door and that it was securely latched before I left. So, no animals in your bedroom either. Same reason. Yup. Yeah, so I checked it, and so then I was checking in with my pet sitter, and she was like, I got there, and I noticed your bedroom door was open, and I know you keep it closed, so I shut it. So then I didn't think anything of it. She was like, then I didn't see Emma all that day, which is not unusual, because Emma tends to make herself scarce around other people, although she knows my pet sitter pretty well. She's like, I didn't think of anything of it. So then I was there, she's like, and then I was there the next day, and I heard noises coming from inside your room. So sure enough, Emma managed to get herself locked in my bedroom for about 24 hours. And she was fine. My bed was not. So, I get home, driving home from Florida, after driving for 19 hours, only to find that I can't sleep in my bed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't speak to her for a couple of days. And it was not her fault that she got locked in there, but she shouldn't have been in there in the first place, and she knows better. Yeah. Yeah, all I wanted to do was fall into my wonderfully comfortable bed. I ended up having to sleep in the living room. Now, I have a wonderfully comfortable chair that I fall asleep in most nights in the living room, and it's great for that, but it's not great for spending the entire night in. So yeah, I had to spend a couple of nights there while I was getting all of the bed linens cleaned, disinfected, Febrezed. I fell in a hole. Thank you. Yeah, maybe I'll replace the latch before the next time I go out of town. In other news, I don't think this has been shared anywhere. Cat decided to chew up a stock. Oh no! Just the pattern, not the stocking itself. Still, it's hard to make it without the pattern. Oh, I did announce it. I announced it on Instagram. That's right. But yeah, I'm doing another fireworks show cover. So it remains to be seen if I'm gonna do the new show, Enchanted. It's tempting. It is really, really tempting. Just the pattern, and you had copies. Oh, that's good. Whew. Yeah. So you know how I am with Disney fireworks shows. It took me until last year to really appreciate Happily Ever After, which is the show that just left. And I think it was because I started listening to it. I started listening to the soundtrack, and I really kind of just fell in love with the music. It's such, yeah, they're so much fun to work on. But yeah, I fell in love with the music and really gained a new appreciation for the show. But because it took me so long to come around to it, I was like, I'm sad that it's leaving. I wished I'd have appreciated it more when it was here. But I'm okay. I'm okay with something new coming in. So last week, a friend of mine does a podcast. So he gets media privileges. So he got to go and live stream the media previews of the new shows at Epcot and the Magic Kingdom. And the Epcot was Wednesday night, and I had choir rehearsals, so I wasn't able to watch it. But Thursday night, he streamed the rededication of the Magic Kingdom and the new fireworks show. And I was like, I was so torn because I'm going to be back in November. And I was like, I don't know if I want to watch... I don't know if I want to watch the new one, just through, a video, or if I want to experience it in person. And I saw his stream pop up, and I was like, I kind of want to see it. And I'm so glad I watched it. It's so good. The music is wonderful. The story is wonderful. Frozen 2 is represented. Which I was very happy about. I said, if I get nothing else from the new fireworks show, I hope that there's music from Frozen. Well, we got Into the Unknown, which is probably my least favorite of the Elsa songs, which is not saying I don't like it, because I love it. But yeah, the one that I did not expect and did not realize how powerful it was going to be, is the song I Am Moana, from the movie of the same character. And it is, it's this song where, like, she finally accepts, that, like, she's the one who's been chosen to effectively save the world. And it's one of my favorite Disney songs. And it was in there, and it hit me, and I just started crying. I'm like, this is so good. So I'm really excited to see it in person. I don't know. I haven't watched the Epcot show yet, so I don't know if I don't know which one to watch. So get her at the Rose. Absolutely. Yep. So and it was so cool because they kind of recreated one of the sequences from the movie, because they're using all, like, the fancy castle projections. so like from the actual song when Elsa is like using her magic, um, there are fireworks shooting off from the castle, like where she's like projected on there, so it looks like she's the one like shooting off the fireworks. So it's so cool. So, yeah, I was thinking about the practicality of doing the fireworks show, and they're a lot of fun to do, and they're great for videos. Unfortunately, they are not overly good for performance pieces. Um, Partially because they're so long. Happily Ever After is an 18-minute show, and I'm just looking at doing it on a recital, and I'm like, that's a third of my program right there. And so it becomes the question of how many of these is it actually worth doing? Because do I have practical uses for them, or is it going to be a one-time thing that I do for the video, which is not to say that that's not worthwhile, because I think it is. But it's a good 9 to 12 months of work for one of those. And if I had a YouTube channel with 1 million followers, if I had a YouTube channel with 100,000 followers, it would be much more worth the time and effort than a YouTube channel with 6,000 followers. I'm not a huge Disney fan, I admit to one of my favorite and Secret Indulgence related to it. And that would be... Ooh. Robin Hood. Yeah, the full movie on cassette tape so you can listen to it in the car. Nice. Let's see. How's my whistling going? I don't know if I should whistle into the microphone. Let's see. I'll pull it away so it's not too loud. Let's see if I can pull this off. I apologize if that was too loud. Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest. I don't know all the words to this song, but I make them up. Oodle-lally, golly, what a day. That is a good soundtrack. Actually, my friend, Johnny Music, just recently did a cover from Robin Hood. Perfect volume. Okay, good. Here come the eyes. Huh, I thought this would have been Phantom Night. We're done. All right. 10:43. You watched it. Ah, good. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night here. I got, 8 out of 12? Not too bad. 9 out of 12? 8 out of 12. I can't count, apparently. So, yeah. I loved the Boney M cover. I don't remember which one that was. But yeah, Well, this was fun. I'm glad to do this. This was a very grindy project, but it was nice to get to hang out and chat a little bit. So I'm going to try to get back into making this a regular weekly thing. So we will tentatively say see you next Wednesday. And I have no idea what the project will be. So have a good rest of your week. See you real soon.